Hi everyone, Dr. Sonya Jensen from Divine Elements. I'm here with Dr. Natalie Rahr and Leanne, who is a holistic nutritionist, mom of 3, and we are going to talk to her today about her challenges, her victories, and all about mindset and what, determines the decisions that we make every day. And one of the greatest decisions that she has made in the last little while is to do something for herself. Yay! And as a lot of you probably know, Dr. Natalie and I were running a retreat at the end of June, and it's really about bringing women together so we can support one another. And so maybe if you want to kind of share your journey on, life and how it is for you being a mom and what kind of brought you to that decision of wanting to, finally do something for you.
Yes.
Because you deserve it, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, well, it depends how much time we have. Maybe I'll start a little bit later in life.
Yeah.
So I'm a mother of 3. I have a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And my 2 younger kids have higher needs. My youngest has a genetic disorder, and my daughter has a whole gamut of things going on. Nothing that fits into a nice, neat little umbrella. Mm-hmm. But definitely a challenge. And my older son, he's lovely. He's great. Mm-hmm. But in that, the last few years have been very, very, very challenging. Coming up, first with my youngest having the genetic disorder and learning all about it, and life just kind of went on hold. But didn't, because life has to continue, especially when you have 3 kids. Right. My focus couldn't just go to him, it had to go to the others as well. But it was almost like going through trauma.
You stretched so thin.
Right? Yes, and pulled in so many different directions. And then my daughter, she is a pure delight. But many, many, many questions all the time, and she's constantly pulling for me and my attention, and so that takes away from the little one and the older one, and also just advocating for her so that she can get the best life that she deserves.
Absolutely.
So I've been pulled in many directions and had to reach out a lot for help, which also can be really, really challenging. But the part that I find is I totally dropped myself in it. Yeah. And now I see wow, the stuff that's finally coming up in my body and my mind and life. It's just kind of, my bucket is full, and I get moments where I can, handle things, but then there comes life again, full force. And
which we can't change, right? We can't really change life coming at us, but all we can do is work on our mindset around it, and then from that place we can make decisions that will start to serve us.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's what I found. It was like, okay, I've reached out to all these people. I'm getting help in this, this person for that, and that person for this with my kids. And I was like, I've done everything that I can do for them. Yeah. Right. But I can't change the situation. Yeah. Right. These are my kids. This is who I've got. The only thing that I can do is start to look after myself, because they need me, and they need me to be strong, and they need me to guide them. And I was starting to not be able to do that, and the perfectionist in me was like,
I heard this quote over the weekend, when we give ourselves permission to focus on the progress rather than the perfection, that is usually when we find ourselves.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because then you're allowing yourself to make the mistakes. You're allowing yourself to learn from what's happening and not focusing on what you can't control. Because the minute we start focusing on what we can't control is the minute where we start getting depressed, we start getting anxious, we start questioning the decisions that we're making.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say with that, and it's not only that come to us, but then it trickles out everywhere, right? Absolutely. Then it's like, you start complaining, and then, people start getting annoyed. I don't want to be around you, and you just hear yourself. That's the biggest thing for me, is I hear myself, and I'm like, who is this person? I don't even want to be around myself.
But, I think because we're all in the health field, the wellness field, there's so many there are so many things that we could be doing, should be doing.
Yes.
We almost
Oh,
know
should
too
list.
much.
Yeah.
And therefore, there's even more ammo with which to judge yourself
Oh,
too, that you're never
for
doing enough,
sure.
you're never doing it well enough.
Yeah.
And then even reaching out to go for that massage or whatever it is to get to have things to kind of nourish yourself. Sometimes can turn into little band-aids too, because it's like it's never necessarily enough to completely fill your cup.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's so many reasons not to do something.
Yes.
Right? And we have so many of these, whether it's time, whether it's money, or it's too far away, or, I need to be doing this. And, I love Tony. I say this every time I think I speak. But
Tony's awesome.
Tony Robbins. I was listening to his podcast, and, those are reasons, or those are the resources, right?
Yeah.
Like what we're going to do, like we're going to go for a massage, but we don't have enough money, or we're going to go do this and we don't have enough time. Those are resources, but he's like, the people that really start to serve themselves are the ones that are resourceful and focusing on being resourceful. Because if you want something, you end up getting it.
Yeah.
Right? When you make that decision, you do
it was
it.
just with the retreat too. Like
Yeah.
I said to my husband a while back, I was like, he went on a retreat when he turned 40. However, I'm 40.
Your turn.
But I was like, okay, no, I think I want to do that. And I've had friends say, let's all go, on a vacation to Mexico together or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah. But in my mind, I'm like, no, I want to be by myself. Like I want to do something on my own. And then, voila!
We heard you. We heard you.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then even then I was like, okay, great. But it was still so many stories in my head of why I can't go.
Yeah.
Who's going to look after my kids? It's the last week of school. How can I possibly not be there for the last week of school?
So
it's
many
so
reasons.
busy, right? There were so many.
Course.
Who's going to look after my kids? Will my husband be okay? Will my kids be okay?
Yeah.
And really, everybody's going to be just
Everybody
fine.
lives and everybody's okay at the end of the day. And you come back better.
Yes.
We were both at conferences this weekend, different ones, but I just came off the plane literally an hour ago. I still can't hear anything, but I still wanted to do this because I'm passionate about it, and we want to take this message out to people. And when you really want to do something, you make time, you make effort, because it feeds you in a different way.
Definitely.
So even being away at this conference, we're doing things for 12 hours a day, and we're on and on, but it gives you this inspiration and this fire to want to be better version of yourself. Every day.
Yeah.
And there's resistance to that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I don't even have children, and I feel that resistance.
Right.
Like once I'll choose something and plan it, and then kind of go. Once it creeps closer, I'm kind of like, oh, it'd be really just nice to just be home and not have to think about getting somewhere. But then I never regret it. And I come back feeling so much fuller.
Yeah.
And I find
as
a mom too, the more it gets closer.
Yeah.
It's building that. It's already helped me.
Yeah.
Like I already know.
Yeah.
It was like when I, finally made the plunge to get childcare when I don't really need it because I'm not working.
You don't need it.
Yeah. And then it was like when I finally made that decision to just get some childcare. It's like I was already a better mom.
Yeah.
Like I already knew it hadn't started, but I already knew when it starts.
Absolutely.
It gave me that space, and now with this retreat coming, I'm like, I just know, right? Like I already feel like, okay, because I know that break is coming.
Absolutely.
I know I'm going to be fed. I know.
Totally.
And in the
Taken care
meantime,
of. Yeah.
and then I find it snowballs too, right?
Yeah.
Like, so there's the women's night that I've been going to with you guys, and then. Okay, well now I started doing more yoga, and I started a meditation app, and I started chanting while I'm driving, songs,
And that's what it's all about.
It just kind of, you just kind of take that step and find your tribe, and or not find your tribe in the beginning, right? And just you will find your tribe once you start doing what fuels you.
But I think what you said was key. It's like you go to these things and you bring it back to your daily life.
Yeah.
Because that is what's going to create that change within the family and within your community and with everyone. We were just talking before we started the Facebook Live about a clean house. Like I came back to a clean home because I have someone that comes in and cleans every week. And yes, I can spend time doing it. But when you have someone taking care of some things that you necessarily don't have the time for, you then feel better. Our home is an extension of ourselves when it comes to women. It really is. Yeah. So that space feels clear. you then feel more calm.
Yes.
You don't feel so cluttered. You're nicer to your husband, right? You're nicer to your family. And then from that space, okay, yeah, that amount of money that you're spending on getting your space clean, maybe now you have that space to, really support your husband that may be making the money, or support yourself. So now all of a sudden more abundance comes.
Right. Definitely. And it comes full circle.
Full circle, exactly.
But we get stuck in the story of the moment, right?
Yeah.
And so to not
so
get stuck.
Powerful.
Right.
And going back to what you said about the resistance, over the weekend they were using this analogy of bow and arrow. It's like, there's some resistance when you pull on it in the beginning, and all of a sudden you get past it. And he was like, well, what do you see when you're there? It's like some people saw resistance, but when you move through that, there's opportunity, right? There's growth, there's potential. Right. And then from that, there's change.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's really what we want to focus on.
And then you let go and it launches.
Exactly.
Right?
Sure.
With precision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With precision.
Move forward with force.
Yes.
Exactly.
And women, we do better in tribes.
Yeah.
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 We really do.
Yeah. Definitely.
We don't, I don't think we're whole unless we have the tribe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last Facebook Live you did with, what's her name, Christine?
Whitney.
Oh, Whitney, sorry.
Yeah.
She talked about how, you're a mother, but you are your own person too.
Yes. Yeah.
And so if you don't have your tribe behind you, and if you're not fulfilling, showing up to that tribe too, you're not showing up to yourself as fully, right?
Totally. Exactly, because those roles, they start to define us.
Yeah.
But they don't need to, because we are still our own self.
Yeah.
Right?
Even my older son, I was telling him that I was going to do this today. He's like, Mom, he's like, how can you talk about that? You don't take care of yourself. And I was like, I'm starting to. Yeah, and he's like, well, it's like he doesn't know I'm going on the
retreat. That's going to be a surprise moment.
Surprise. Well, you said I don't, so here we go.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to read Tony Robbins' quote, of course. So I love when he says, life is a gift, and it offers us the privilege, opportunity, and responsibility to give something back by becoming more. So how do we become more, right? First, it's by taking that responsibility of self.
Right.
Like, I choose. I am, and I choose a better life. I choose to be better. And then finding that strategy that will get you there, and then shedding the story behind that, right? And in order to shed that story, we have to shed or change the mindset that comes with that.
And how empowering is it when all the things that you say you want to do and that you've always said that you would love to do, how empowering is it when you finally find that congruency in your life and you actually just do it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And you don't even think about it.
And that's all you have to do.
That's all.
Just do it.
Just do it. And have that faith. Just take that plunge that you know that you do know best. That voice that's been projected out saying, that's really, I'd love to do that. But then there's the stories around it that go, but.
Yeah.
Well, if you have that faith and just really hold strong to that faith, it's right. It's
always
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
The alignment and getting back to your why of why am I here? What is my purpose? It's not to live out these daily mundane things we do every day, which are necessary.
Yes,
we need
and there's beauty in them too.
And there's beauty in that, is absolutely.
Yeah.
But how do we live it to our fullest?
Yeah.
Right? Because this is our chance to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
One more quote. This is from a book called The Art of Responsibility by Giles LaMarche, who we heard over the weekend too. So he says, to be who you have never been and get what you have never had, you must become who you have never been and do what you've never done. Right? So there's a lot of power in those words too, of like, you just have to make a decision. Because it's the decisions that move you forward.
Break that mold.
Break out
of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
For sure. So, and I found I needed a lot of support to do that.
Yes.
So I'm a talker, right? So this came up, and then there were certain people I felt, I don't want to mention it to them because they're going to judge. Well, why are you doing that? Or you shouldn't be doing that? Or you don't have the money to do that? Or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So those people I didn't really choose to talk too much about it. But then the people that are in my life all the time, like my daughter's preschool teacher, I was like, I have this opportunity. I'm like, but I don't know because that last end of the year picnic. And she's like, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Picnic, Baja.
Yeah, she's like, we will love your daughter up. She will be just fine. You can miss the picnic. And I was like, okay. Okay. And then like my husband, who was amazing, just being like, no, you're like, you got to do it. You're doing it. Just book it. Just press the button. Just book it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then talking to you guys, right? Okay, I'm actually going to do it today.
And you feeling important enough for yourself. I think that's key too, right? So to be able to feel important and value in who you are, and then giving yourself permission first, because then you were just kind of seeking that outward. Like, okay, it's okay.
Confirmation.
Just a confirmation.
Yes.
To confirm what you already knew.
Yeah.
And that's all you needed.
And also so you know that this is reciprocal, right?
Yes.
You choosing that and us being, like, having the privilege of witnessing that and sharing in that, like, that's truly inspiring even for me, for us, right? So it just feeds the whole of it. It's really this thing that's being co-created, it feels like, and it's just becoming more and more beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So
like we may be saying that we're leading the retreat, but really we're trying to create something where we're all helping each other, because we learn from this too. And I mean, Natalie and I have been talking on the phone a lot about, and just like really shedding our own belief systems about stuff that comes up for us when we're, you know, trying to get something like this together, because a lot comes up, and it's been such a beautiful process, and that's what we want to share. We want to create that space for you where you can just come and just experience yourself.
Yes.
Really.
Yes. And there are
looking forward to it.
Me too. And there are those lessons in it for all of us, for each of us, even being the ones to facilitate it. It's like the lessons maybe are even stronger. It's like, I booked myself a massage this week for the first time in months. You know, like this. It's just those little things that fall by the wayside, and it's only a few weeks or months later that you go, wait a minute, geez, my body hurts. Really, you know, even the good stuff you can kind of get wrapped up in.
Because then if we're doing it, then we can teach it, right? If you're doing it, you can teach it to your children and everybody else. So important. So thank you. We're so honored that you're coming. Yes. And if there's anyone that has any questions about the retreats, any resistance, you know, we're here to honor you and to help you, whether you end up coming or not, but just to kind of create that experience for you. So please reach out. And we're having a women's night on Saturday, which is going to be great. There's going to be yoga, there's going to be art, movie night, basically. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Food. But if you want to come, you have to send us a message, because space is really limited. Even in our retreat now, the space is getting limited. So if you want to come, please send us a message, and we're here for you.
Yes. Because we are still doing that promo code. That's break for mom. So break. The number 4 mom. I'll post it after this.
Happy Mother's Day.
Take the break.
Take the break. You deserve it. Absolutely.
Everything will be okay.
Yes, it will. So
and even better.
Your tribe is waiting.
Yes, your tribe is waiting. We are here. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.